Welcome to the Wicker Bar. You know me, I'm the host of this video, Lords of You playing the Duke of the goddamn motherfucking Delridge, Day 7, broadcasting live from Mexico City. We didn't do a cocktail last night because we did hit up the Waikiki Tiki Room in the Roma Norte neighborhood here of Mexico City. Luckily, we got there early. It's really strange. We kind of anticipated kind of a little bit of a European type of a Friday or Saturday night where everybody actually goes out a little bit earlier. Goes out a little bit later, excuse me. Rael and I were out a little bit earlier. And when we got there, we were the only people there, and they actually hadn't even started seating inside. Earlier on in the day, we went to the punk rock market. It's not, maybe some years ago it was more of a punk rock market. Now it's kind of more of a heavy metal market, I guess. It was about an hour walk from where we're staying. And on our way there, we did pass the street where there were the hookers. That's going to be my assumption. I don't mean to make too many rash generalizations, but when you see scantily clad women that are just kind of standing in doorways and on corners, that's a fair assumption, I think. And we also went to the Walmart just because we wanted to use the toilet and bought a bottle of water. And so we didn't do a cocktail last night, but we did put out the call. We have kind of something similar in the cocktail world. I'm kind of new in the cocktail world, but it's something similar to the bat signal. And we did shine that up into the sky with the list of the ingredients that we had on hand. I mean, pretty much everything. We did have to make up another batch of our fake orgeat here because I did have my 3 pucks of the marzipan almond candy or whatever it is. I'm not really even exactly sure. So, all the way, we're in Mexico City, way up Redmond, Washington. I can't believe that. Well, the Earth is flat, so I guess it was easy enough for them to see the sign. A gentleman by the name of Steve Holitz. I think that's his name. I'm not really sure. I didn't write it down. He suggested this cocktail, which is called the Aztec Fogcutter, aka the Aztec Mummy. And it had everything that we had down to the Malbec wine. And this is the one that's just going to be the killer for us because we pretty much use that for margaritas the first night. We're going to be leaving that behind. I'd take it with us, but I'm afraid that it'd crack open or something in the suitcase. So the Aztec Fogcutter, tequila, rum, brandy, orange juice, which I did squeeze these freshly just a little while ago. Lime juice, our orange liqueur, once again our fake orgeat, and it's going to have a little float. It's going to get a dirty shake, or in the case of the Aztec Mummy, a dusty shake. And then it's going to have a little float of this Malbec on there. Should we just make this happen? Today we just kind of wandered around aimlessly. They did have the one of the main drags down here, Avenue de Reforma, was closed for bicyclists and rollerbladers and skateboarders. A lot of people were set up doing street music today. Some just people that were kind of singing a little bit of classic. We did see a gal that was singing some kind of karaoke. Heard her do a Doors song. We heard Blitzkrieg Bop by the Ramones, Highway Star by Deep Purple, and then they went into something else. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, and then we stopped by these one guys, and they were just kind of setting up, and it's like, let's just stop right here for a second. The first song, right out of the gate, Love Gun by Kiss. So I did post a little video of that. I don't know if it's going to get silenced because of the copyright infringement. But that's for Maurizio and Tony D, because they're huge Kiss fans. And I did look at the market yesterday for anything unusual or noteworthy Kiss stuff. Not really. Mostly mostly metal, more extreme metal's what they're into down here in Mexico. We are watching the Seahawks game. Rael has the NFL app on her telephone. She keeps glancing over there, and I will reprimand her severely off camera. But that's okay. I think, the Seahawks, they were winning. Anyway, shall we go ahead and make this happen? Aztec Fogcutter, a.k.a. the Aztec Mummy. A dry, dusty shake. Are we ready? Okay, boom, here we go. We're going to start off with 1.5 ounces of our rum. And I'm going to do this the half-ounce side here. Make sure I do this proper. Whew. I might have to have a little extra tequila in mine. That's okay. 1.5 ounces of rum. 1/2 ounce of tequila. 1/2 ounce of our brandy. This is a very, very robust cocktail. And we're going to go out to dinner tonight. I don't know. We're going to go somewhere swishy. Last night we got these. I posted some pictures. We went to this bar called the Guaymas Cantina that we've passed it a number of times. It's kind of where we are. We haven't stopped in there, and we didn't want to get beer. We wanted to get a cocktail. They had cocktails on the back side of the menu, and they had these huge dispensers that a bunch of people had at their tables that held 5 liters of beer, and they had like your own little tap to fill up your
4
goblet.
taps.
4 taps, because most
on
people
each.
want more 4 people. And then the gal brought out the cocktail. It was like this. It was obscene, and it was the most disgusting thing ever. And it reminded me when I was in Las Vegas about a month back, and the gal I know, Barbara, and her Corey and her boyfriend, husband, whatever they are, they had bought one of those novelty drinks down there, and they were about ready to get in to see the band. Won't go to see a band play, but they couldn't bring the drink in, and he was trying to choke that thing down, and that was what it was like last night. Rail had a few drinks for her; she couldn't do it. I gave it the old college try, and then we made the mistake of going to go and have a beer and some more food. It's like, oh God, I was just dying. Okay, we got all of our boozes in there, right? 1.5 ounces of orange juice. Yeah, we saved making the bad decisions for last night. 1.5 ounces of our lime juice. And then 1/2 ounce of our fake orgeat. I did get a strainer, so I was able to get all the little. Geez, look at that right now. Holy moly. 3 ice cubes in there. Hopefully that's going to be okay. And the one kind of sad part about the Waikiki Tiki Room, and it's in kind of a shishi neighborhood, and it's quite interesting. The people down here, they're definitely the people that are, definitely have more of a Mexican background. This is the country they're from, versus some other people come on that look more European. So this neighborhood, it was very much like if you've been to like places like Puerto Vallarta or Tijuana, where there's people, if you're sitting down, there's people coming up constantly trying to sell you stuff, and it's kind of sad. And the most interesting part about that is there was a bunch of Pakistani guys that were coming around and selling stuff, which I looked at on the rails going, their skin is really dark. It's like, they're not Honduran. It's like, no, they're Pakistani. It made absolutely no sense. Oh my God, look at that. Oh. Here's our 1/2 ounce of our Malbec float. Oh, I didn't really get a very good float there. Look at that. There we go. That is the Aztec Fogcutter, aka the Aztec Mummy, live from Mexico City. This is our last night. We're coming back home tomorrow. We'll be back with a fresh video on Friday from Seattle. And I don't think any other crazy stuff. No, we got the deep fried bananas today, covered in crema and sweetened condensed milk and a squirt of strawberry syrup. Pretty good. Another thing down here, hard to find a garbage can, because some of the food that we're getting, it's like we can't eat all that. It was just like too much. Anyway, thank you very much for taking part in this journey that Rael and I have had down here in Mexico City. It's been a wonderful time, and we do hope to be visitors of this fine city again. Thank you. We'll check you in a week.